What's going on YouTube? H-Dub here, and we playing Raid, and we just got the news that CVC's 10x will be Cupid from Ancient and Sacred Shards on Tuesday, and on Wednesday they're gonna have an event for Georgette the Breaker from Void Shards. As you all know, CVC is gonna be starting tomorrow. I'm really excited. It's been a while since we've had a CVC, and I really look forward to building my champs up. But we can go ahead and take a look at these champs really quickly. So Cupid, he's a decent champion for sure. Obviously a lot better when you got Venus with him. His kit is amazing just because he has AoE A1, AoE A2, and then he's going to place a increase attack on himself and then attack somebody. This ability completely smacks on a 3-turn cooldown book. Also has a chance to place an HP burn on everyone for 2 turns if he kills someone, which we don't really care much about the HP burn. His passive is gonna, his attacks inflict 25% more damage, and he always counter attacks when attacked, and this is only available when Venus is on the same team. So obviously Cupid's Venus teams, they were OP for a while in Arena, but now they're kind of, depending on who else you have to pair with them, you can still have a very viable Cupid's Venus team, but for the most part they're kind of getting phased out. But if you use like a UDK with it, or protection from Necrid or something like that, you can make it viable. But they're kind of being phased out now. Cupid's Venus teams are still very viable in Hydra though. You can definitely use them in Hydra, especially on the lower levels. It's like a easy way to just rack up damage pretty quickly. So he's a solid champion. He has decent base attack, really nice base speed for a nuker as well at 107. This is one of the highest base speeds for nukers in the game. I don't know which nuker might have a higher base speed than him. I'll have to look that up, but at 107 his is really high for a nuker. So let's go ahead and take a look at Georgette, who I don't even know which faction this guy is in. I'm gonna guess around. All right, boom, we did found him. All right, Georgette is amazing. This dude is amazing, literally. I wish I had a copy of him. Probably won't have any voice shards to get one, but if I get one now in between now and Wednesday, I'm definitely gonna pull them just so I can get him. I don't really care about any of the other events that they got going on. Even though 2x Void should be coming up next week, but I would still 100% pull for this guy because, as far as Arena goes, I really could use some help on the offense side for a faster team. So this guy would definitely help me out, but his A1 attacks one enemy 2 times, 30% chance of repeating attack. His A2 is an AoE, decreases the turn meter of all targets by 30%, and this cannot be resisted. He plays an unkillable buff on himself if this attack kills an enemy, and his A3 attacks one enemy, will ignore shield. Strengthen Stone Skin, unkillable, block damage, increase defense, ally protection, and shield, and it's going to grant an extra turn if he kills an enemy. So he can go ahead and knock through the Stone Skin, knock through Nectar protection, whatever, kill them, and then go into his A2 really quickly, smack everybody, and then decrease the turn meter, potentially take another turn as well. His passive has a 50% chance for this champion to ignore 50% of the target's defense from each hit placed by this champion's skills. Now, while this is a 50% chance to ignore, it is still an OP passive to have, even if it doesn't proc, and you have him in Savage, Lethal, Instinct, whatever, with Helm Smasher. He's gonna go nuts, guys. And as you can see, he has very nice base attack, 1608, and decent base speed as well at 103. Not as high as Cupid is, but still higher than your typical nukers. Typical nukers are gonna be, around in between 90 and some in the 80s even. So honestly, a very broken champion. I would love to have a copy of this guy, man. I would love to have a copy of just one meta nuker or even a meta defense champion to use. But these are the 10x champions, guys. It should be some fun summoning on Wednesday for sure. Don't know how many people are gonna go for Cupidus. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that have Venus and no Cupidus would love to have a Cupidus to go with their Venus, but it's the other way around for me. I still need a Venus. I already have a Cupidus. I have not maxed him just because I need Venus in order to fully invest in this guy. I'm not gonna fully invest in him until I get a Venus. I 6-starred him, but I haven't gotten any masteries on him. I haven't booked him, I don't believe, or any of that. Just because without Venus, it's like, yeah, okay, so I did put some books into him. Probably for CVC because I had nothing else to do. But he's not fully booked. Booked that. Put some books into there. Probably just because I didn't have anybody else to book. So he does not have any masteries. He's just in, you know, a build of sorts. I think I use him in Faction Wars for sure. But other than that, I need Venus to fully invest to say I'm going to go all in with this guy. I don't know how it is for other people if they're, you know, just using him. I don't know that I see him used much without Venus. So I haven't even like leveled up this amulet on him. So you could see how much attention I've paid to him. I should definitely level that amulet though during CVC. It's going to be some decent points and give him some solid crit damage. But yet again, Venus is being left out of these 10x events. Why is Venus being left out? No Venus Cupidus for what's that, Valentine's Day? We're still not getting Venus. We need to get an event for Venus soon. Come on, Polarium. What is up with that? But until next time, guys, that is all the news I have for you. I am HWZ. Thank you for all your support. Until next time, guys, be good and be well.